We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back.
The classic of all classics, I'm telling
you.
You.
Yes, sir. Welcome to King's Court. I'm your host, Richie King. As usual, my compadre, my friend, apparently my comrade in arms on a couple of projects we're working on.
Yeah.
Commander's in the house. Commander.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, as you all can see,
yes,
we are here today, and we're going to celebrate the show. First, I want everybody to share this thing out. Share it all over. Share it to everybody. Share.
And then share again.
Yeah, so when you're tired of sharing, share it one more time, please.
That's right.
And that be said, see, now I just lost all my damn. Modern technology, ladies and gentlemen. Modern technology.
Yes.
Well, okay.
It's wonderful when it works.
Yeah, well, crap. What the hell is going on here? Is this it? Yeah, there we are. Woohoo! All righty then. Looky. We got a pretty good show coming for you guys. We got a special mysteries that I'll have some comment on. I know all you all will too. We it's a heritage thing, if that gives it away. But first, we want to do our missing persons, and please, if you can, again, I mean, I'm asking you to share this thing out as much as you possibly can for everybody. I'm gonna go over here and try to share out too, but let's look at the missing persons, if we will, please. We'll go up here and see if this is an old one. I think we did it before, but you never can tell, and it's okay. All right, we got Susan G. Lyall. I hope the heck I said that correctly. It sure seems that I did. So we'll go with that. Here's some of the photos of her. Take a good look at her here. All right. Place of birth, or date of birth, excuse me, April 6th, 1978. Okay, 1978. Place of birth was Saratoga, New York. Hair light brown with highlights. Eyes blue. Height 5'3". Weight 175 pounds. She's a female and she's white. Susan has light brown hair, birthmark on her left calf. Okay, left calf. A mole on her left cheek beneath her earlobe, and a surgical scar on her left foot. Now, those things are very distinctive.
Yeah.
So please pay attention to those things right there. She was last seen wearing a long black trench coat, a black shirt, and blue jeans. She was carrying a black book bag or a tote. They call it a tote bag, whichever one you want to call it. She was known to be an avid camper, and enjoyed spending time conversing online. Susan was last seen on the evening of March 2nd, 1998, at approximately 9:20 p.m., and she departed from her place of employment at Crossgates Mall, Gretelin, New York. She was known to have boarded a Capital District Transit Authority bus heading to Collins Circle and the State's University of New York at Albany, New York, where she was a student. It was believed that she exited the bus at Collins Circle approximately 9:45 and has not been seen since that time. Again, there's some names in there, guys. There's some names in there. Pay attention to that. All the goings on there. So, yeah, you guys, please, if someone has seen her, contact your local FBI agent, nearest embassy, Albany, or you can submit an anonymous tip online. They didn't give me a phone number this time. Huh.
Usually do.
Yeah, usually it's right down there where you read it out. Well, you all know the website here. Go ahead and check it out. If you guys have seen her around New York area, she probably in New York no more, but wherever. Her family would love to hear from her. Please give her a call or give them a call. Let them know. Now, let's see who got checking in today. All right.
Okay. Oh, the boss
We
is in
get
the
Dean Cerny. He first one technically because he's first viewer. BJ, thank you for tuning in. Dean Cerny, you're not my dad. No. He said, Rebel Flag. She's only 12 days older than me. Okay, Dean Cerny's 12 days older than you. Well, that pretty well tells you how Dean Cerny's old ass is. No, she's I say, guys, she's missing. If anybody anywhere has any information, don't hesitate.
Yep.
To call. And again, if you could, please share this out. Share this out. Our numbers are doing well. I'm really proud of everybody. Yeah. Our numbers are doing well. I can't.
Thank you to everybody.
Yeah, I can't say thank you enough to folks. I mean, dang, we appreciate a great deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get back over here where we're initially at here. All right. So that being said, let's go over and do our memes real quick. Get on that before we get on to our other stuff. Okay. Now, I like to say we apologize on here for anything, but we really don't apologize for nothing because we just love doing what we do.
No, it sounds good, but nah,
Yeah. Okay, my wife says she's donating this feeder to nature. This belongs to nature. She donated one. That's it. One feeder. She don't want a bag. This is a rare and elusive hummingbird. Okay, the hummingbird. Hey, my wife walks out.
Yeah.
She walks out and sees that feeder. She said he can have it. It's his. She'll unhook it for him. He can take it off the timber.
His wings are moving. His wings are moving so fast you can't see them.
That's right. One of the world's oldest. Yes, the hummingbird. One of the world's oldest trees and one of the biggest trees. This tree was around when they signed and wrote the Constitution. It's a sycamore tree. Sycamores get huge. These trees are just.
Oh.
I mean, look at that lady there. I mean, look at my goodness. That's a big tree.
And that's
cool
a
looking
tiny
picture.
Sycamore. That's a neat picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's it stands the tree on a stone and reads 787. The National 1987 Arborists Association recognized this tree being around since the bicentennial year and having lived here at the time of the signing of the Constitution. Right there in that spot. I bet that tree's seen a lot of things. Yeah.
I bet it has. If it could tell stories.
Yeah. This one here, I call this next meme my commander meme because when I seen this, I thought of what he said. Remember, he said if you dig us up 100 years from now, we're only going to be male and female. Well, this one's a good indication of what this one is. Come on. There you go. I don't think there's any question of gender on that one there. I mean, that pretty well slanted.
Yeah, I mean, that's silicone. Just yep.
You know what? That's going to be so damn true too.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Oh, this is a women anthem here. Yeah. He fought with me again. I'm coming to stay with you. Oh dear, he must pay for his mistakes. I'm coming to stay with you. Well, first for the record, I never had a problem with my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. It's my wife's mother-in-law I had a problem with. Okay, my wife's mother-in-law, not mine. My mother was a good lady. Left us too soon. No, I'm just kidding, Mom. Yep. Maybe I'm kidding. Hell, I don't know.
I hear you.
I'm just kidding.
Just when my mother-in-law took a liking to me, doggone it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's totally right. That's right.
Unreasonable.
It's like that scene on Outlaw Josie Wells when the Indian says, I'm going to miss that little Indian girl. And Josie says, well, seems that's the way it is when I get liking somebody. They ain't around long. And the Indian said, I notice when you get to disliking somebody, they ain't around long either. I kind of relate to that myself. It says, if I call you ma'am, there's no disrespect. And it's a shame I even got to put this on there one day. I'm not a ma'am. Okay, bitch. I mean,
what are you?
I mean, come on, I mean, relax, ladies. We're just being nice. Now, this next one.
Yeah.
I appreciate his commitment, but it's a little much.
Yeah.
And he's in front of a Taco Bell with a crotch rocket on.
God.
Honda sponsored him real good. Had to.
Mm-hmm. He's
Did they have
busier than a bonnet full of bees.
Oh wow, wow!
Woo!
Look at that hair.
Man, I know.
Did
Like, wow, that's a little much.
Did they have airbrushing back in that day? Because if it's airbrush, it's a magnificent job airbrushing.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Oh, he must have got a bad guacamole or something at Taco Bell. I don't know.
Woo.
Wow, it's one of the pictures you can't quit looking at the damn thing.
Oh, I know. You just want to, yeah.
All right, our video here has a little language, so if you're offended, please, well, whatever.
I kidnapped your children. Does my wife know? I don't care if she knows. I want a ransom for the kids. No, listen. My wife's best friend is in town. And when they together, they a crazy duo. I'm always on my best behavior. Man, what two women gonna do to me? You need to understand that I'm trying to help you, okay? There was this one time where I was talking to this girl and it was just regular conversation, all right? She disappeared. Completely disappeared. All right. I tried to go file a police report. They told me this woman don't even exist. How the freak did they make a woman disappear and remove her out the system? All right. They on some FBI agent stuff. They're not going to find me. I move location. All right, man. Hey, listen, I tried to help you out because no matter what you do, she's going to find you and she's going to take you out and she got her best friend with you. So it's probably going to be slow. So you may want to return the kids and run very fast. I'm not running. I'll drop them home. All right. All right, listen, when they beating your ass, don't call me. You really call Ghostbusters? No, I gotta go. No, I want my ransom money, give me. Oh, man, he about to die. He about to die.
I know a lot of women who are all meek and mild. You touch one of their babies, they turn into freaking Chuck Norris. Okay. Ted Bundy and everybody. Okay. That's going to find out. Now, this next one I'm playing because there's some comedy in this next one, and it's a true story, but we're going to talk about something after we watch this next one. It's about 2 minutes long.
The top 10 things that only Gen X would know the taste of, and I will apologize in advance for number 2. Number 10, the 5-pound block of government cheese. You know what this tastes like? We know what income bracket you were raised in. Man, it made the best nachos. Number 9, Fire Stick Jolly Ranchers. Atomic Fireballs almost made it on this list. The amount of cinnamon in the Jolly Rancher Fire Sticks, you can actually taste this image. Number 8, Jell-O Pudding Pops. Bonus points if you ate the ones with the swirls. Number 7, Elmer's School Paste. Not to be confused with the glue, it was the paste.
That's
Number
right.
6, of course we've got Tang. This was not just for the astronauts. Number 5, this one has multiple options. Of course, we've got Fun Dip. First of all, we had the Lick-a-Sticks that tasted like chalk. We had the 3 flavors of Lick-a-Made. So first we'd lick the Lick-a-Stick, and then dip it in the Lick-a-Made. Then you had to prepare for the tongue burn. If it was caused by the Lick-a-Stick itself, Lick-a-Made, or the combo of the two. But man, it was real. Number 4, before I show you the picture, remember this is a list of things that only Gen X would know the taste of. Of course, we've got Aquanet. I'm curious if Rave tasted the same. Number 3, we've got Flintstones vitamins. One of the reasons Gen X is so youthful today. 30 at age 13, at 50 we're still age 30. Number 2 has 2 parts. Something this generation nowadays would have no clue what they taste like. First one is dirt. Second one is soap. Now before we get to number 1, I've got a bonus. I literally don't know how to introduce this, so I'll just show you. The ever-ready 9-volt battery. I'll just leave this here for a second. And the number 1 thing that only Gen X knows the taste of course, it had to be hose water. Slightly metallic, slightly rubber flavored. We drank this every single day. So how many of those do you remember?
I remember every one of them. But we got to talk about
Aquanet.
Yeah. Actually, I do remember what that tastes like. Wild hairspray.
Oh yeah.
We got to talk about one of
The
them.
original good.
We took the vitamins.
Aquanet stuck everything.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did. People would seal their envelopes with it. Sealed. Yeah, that was good. We got to talk about one on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Fun Dip. Okay. This is the reason why Gen X don't have no problem with germs, because we were exposed to germs. Listen, this thing come with 2 sticks, 3 different flavors. And I said, what's the 2 sticks for? Because, I mean, it was what you can share with a friend. So you got you lick it, you put it in there. Your friend grabs one, he licks it, he puts it in there. You don't know where his mouth has been, But you're both having
Yeah.
sharing germs and shit. Nobody can. You build an immunity. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
In my opinion, Fun Dip or Fun Lick a Stick cured COVID. Okay. Lick a Stick
Yeah.
prepared you for COVID back in the day, man. I'm telling you what, Lick a Stick.
I know
remember those.
that's right. And make all
Oh
the
my-
germs run.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the memes today, guys. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the memes. Now we'll go back and do a little news. Now, news is simple. And it's Roy and I are getting ready. We're still on the road here. We're still
Mhm.
moving down the path to shoot the movie. I haven't got anything tell me we ain't shooting it, so we're still on to do it. No, they didn't. And if you ever seen Ocean's 11, it's gonna be like that. It'll be intellectual though. So I don't know why I got a big role in it if it's intellectual. I mean, that pretty much eliminates me. All I got to do is be burly and welcoming, and I'm working on the welcoming part. Okay, true, I am. So when that's done, we come back. We're going to be in Maryville, Missouri, Maryville, College Town, and James Riley, Roy Anthony, David Scott. Y'all, man, I'm going to get him on the show. We're going to be there.
A comedy. Yeah.
We're going to help me out. Plus, we got another guy, our new guy coming on. I'll have his name for you next week. I'll tout him a little bit. I'm going to have him send me a flyer of him. We got a brand new member to Comedy Vets, so he's going to be performing with us on that show. And then your guy here, I'm going to be at the Birthday Bash, Reality Becomes Birthday Bash, Saturday, July 26th, 2025, down at Outlaw Cigar and Brewery on 309 East 10th Avenue, North Kansas City, Missouri. I mean, listen, you can smell the river. That's how close they are, okay? Also, Matt's 25th year sobriety. Matt is one of the band members. Reality Becomes, right? And we got the band Drek going to be there, United USA, Yellowbird, Reality Becomes, and of course, yours truly is going to be there. I'm going to perform the 6th annual. The overall show starts at 6:30 p.m. I have no idea when I'm going to be on stage yet. It's going to be between, they're going to chop the bands up. One set do X, one set do B. I'm going to be in between A and B. That's all I know. And last week we had on our buddy Carl Loomis from BB Nation out there. He sent us this deal. This guy's driving across country. Okay, he's going to get signatures, stuff like that. He's going to go to the White House or to the Capitol steps. And when they have a big parade rally out there, guys, check this thing out, man. Dear veteran, Vietnam veterans. Look at that ribbon for the Vietnam ribbon.
Man, it is awesome.
I mean, you got the POW on top, honoring the veterans across America. I look at the flag on this thing, man. Just drink that in, man. It's a good looking photo. We thank you, Carl Loomis, for sharing it out about that. If you get any more information, Carl, come on here and talk about it with us and let us know what's going on. Okay, catch up on the comments. BJ says that guy on the Honda reminds me of MTV videos when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. I think I tasted everything on that list except Fireball Jolly Rancher thing. It was hot, and that's what I contribute that to me eating hot food too, and it's delicious. You can smell the cinnamon on the shelf before you buy the damn thing. That's how hot this thing was. My daughter knows I'm in the middle of a damn show. I don't know why she keeps bothering me for. I love her, but my goodness. And also BJ put on here. I would also like to add candy cigarettes and Pop Rocks to the list, and glue on envelopes. Before the peel and stick strip, we took ice to the envelopes. We had liquor envelopes, yes. And some people still look envelopes. I still look mine on them.
Yeah. I licked a couple today.
Yeah, people are like, they're gonna get your DNA. I'm in the freaking Marine Corps. I was in the military. They got my DNA.
They already got it.
They got my DNA. And let me tell you another little secret. If you're one guy trying to hide from the government and you own a cell phone, you ain't hiding.
Yeah.
You ain't hiding.
No.
They know where you're at. You're on that cell phone. They know exactly where you're at.
They listen to conversations. They know all about you.
Mm-hmm. And I got a piece of evidence I want to prove to you guys. Wife and I were talking about something totally mundane. I've never looked it up on my phone, never typed it in whatsoever. Wife and I were just talking about it. I went to my Google, and on your phone when you press Google before you type in, it pops up a list of choices.
Yeah.
It was the first thing that popped up.
That's happened to BJ and I.
And I had somebody at Verizon, wink, wink, nod, nod, off the record tell me, well, that's because they're listening to you.
Yeah.
He said, if you really want to, he said, there's a guy in Knob Noster, Missouri. Okay. Kind of down toward Springfield area down around there. Okay. He was making jokes about F the FBI. The FBI ain't going to do shit. Told him, he said, I run crack out of my house. My trunk's full of, angel dust and all this stuff. The FBI knocked on his door. They act like they were lost. Excuse me, we're trying to find somebody. Can you help us with the address? He's like, he froze. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. FBI's lost. No, they're not. No, they're not. So be careful what you say. All right, guys. That was kind of a fun time. Now, today, our mysteries, and Commander, he just had computer problems. He didn't get the prelude to it. Today's mysteries is Skinwalker and Skinwalker Ranch. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that we call it shape-shifting in the Cherokee culture. Shape-shifting. But it's a witch that does it. We'll get into all that. Can it really happen? Scientifically, I have to tell you, no. Mm-hmm. Culturally, I don't know. There's a lot of my people who believe this very thing can happen. Oh, yeah. It takes a crooked shaman, which would be a witch in our culture, to make it happen. So I'm going to tread lightly. I don't want to piss off my people, but we're going to dive into this. So we're going to go. First, we're going to go what the legends of it is, okay? So, because that's what we're about here, mysteries and legends and all that stuff. So here we go. All right. Skinwalker, the legend of Skinwalker. In Navajo, now remember, this is Navajo, but this translates to Cherokee and Quapaw and all of them, Cheyenne, all of them. In Navajo mythology, a Skinwalker, Yinalhashi, is a powerful, malevolent witch that can transform into and pose and disguise themselves as animals, typically for sinister purposes. The term Skinwalker translates to he who walks on all fours and is associated with dark and dangerous form of witchcraft that is the opposite of healing practices. That means he's not a shaman. He's a witch. Okay, shaman is a healer in our culture. Okay. Next, we got keys of aspects to the legend. The legend is rooted in Navajo culture where skinwalkers are viewed as harmful witches who practice a little bit magic. Transformation. Skinwalkers can transform into animals such as coyotes, wolves, bears, but you can also take on any form of any animal. aka some say the black-tipped hawk. There's been stories of my ancestors where they lived in an area where the only red-tailed hawk was. Well, they did see a black-tipped hawk once in a while, but it was always up to no good. They assumed that it was a witch. All right, powers. They possess supernatural abilities, including a power to influence others, cause illness, and even reanimate the dead. Institution. A person becomes a skinwalker by committing a heinous act such as killing a family member, which grants them these powers. And that's the supreme way. There's a lot of other things they can do, but the most important way, this results back to Cain and Abel. Okay, like if you're a Bible scholar, you know that Cain and Abel, Cain killed Abel, and Cain was marked. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what this is going by. Okay, taboos. Talking about skinwalkers, often considered taboo in Navajo communities due to their association with dark and dangerous forces. Modern interpretation. The legend has gained broader attention, leading to various modern interpretations, including portrayals in popular culture and even online memes. Okay, let me go back over here where I can see everybody. Now, let's talk a little bit about it. Again, in my culture, they say this happens. Of course, they hit all through caves, all through time. They got pictures of the hairy man. Okay, Dean. They had Dean Cerny on the walls before Dean Cerny's even born. All right, that don't mean I agree it happened, but I want to tread. Very lightly when I say this. Logically, no, but there is demon possessed people. Okay, so if you believe in demon possessed people, Skinwalker is not too far fetched. Although going into the animal thing, I don't know about all that. Yeah. But hey, truckers been swearing they've seen a black dog for years. If you talk to a truck driver, the black dog thing, I think who was in that movie? Was that Swayze? Patrick Swayze was in that movie.
Patrick Swayze was in that movie where they, yeah.
Dean says in the Appalachia, if you were in the woods at night, you hear someone call your name. No, you didn't. So, same reason why you should always close the curtains before you go to bed. I do that. I don't know why. I've always did that. I ain't scared of shit, but I don't want nobody coming looking at my business either. Keep an honest person honest. Maybe that's why. So, so far, Skinwalkers, I already know where you're at with this, Commander, but so far, what are you thinking?
Well, I will tell you, when it comes to Native Americans and their beliefs and their medicine men and what they do, only thing I can say is what I experienced firsthand myself.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, we had 3 men in my unit. We had 3 men in my unit that were Apaches.
Okay.
From the Apache Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And before we'd go out on a patrol, they'd get together and they'd do whatever. Okay. We just watched. We figured it was something that they did before they went out in to go to battle. Okay. Sometimes those guys, they just flat disappear.
Mm-hmm.
We'd haul around. Chief was in my squad, okay?
Right.
I looked around, I said, I don't even remember his name. We just called him Chief, okay? It stuck, had a nickname.
Right.
I said, where's Chief? Well, I don't know, he was right here. Well, double back and look for him.
You couldn't find him.
No, couldn't find him nowhere. I said, okay, let's just move on out. Maybe he'll show up, I don't know. We traveled for another hour or two, and we get to where we were going on our destination. He was already there.
Yeah, or he's right with you all of a sudden.
Or he's right with no rhyme, no reason, and all 3 of them were like that. But him more so than the others. And I know it sounds wild. I know it sounds crazy. Okay, but that is so. I'm not going to say it doesn't. It's not real. But I'm not putting down anybody's whatever, okay?
Right.
Their heritage, they believe in it, whatever. Okay.
Right.
All I know is what myself and a bunch of other men saw, okay? And that's as far as I'm going with it. Okay?
Well, I can tell you this.
I report, you decide, okay?
You stood next to me. You stood next to me. You've been around me numerous times now. Okay.
Right.
I'm between 245 and 260 on a normal basis. Okay. I walk quietly. My wife will tell you, I could walk over a creaky floor and you not hear me walk. And that's a Native American trait, but my wife thinks it's creepy as hell and she wants to throw shit at me. She says, stop it. You know, I like walking in the shadows, right where the light and shadows meet. I've always been comfortable right there. You know, it's like step back and no one see me. Yep. It's a frame of mind we have. It's actually kind of creepy because you're like, the white side of me is like, what the hell are you doing? You know, I have intercontinental battles with myself, but it's wild. You know, I would walk around middle of the night. My kids, I'd walk up, get right in their faces when they're sleeping. That's kind of creepy, but just to let them know, I tap them on the forehead like, could have got you, could have got you, could have got you. So that's weird. You know, I'm a big man to be walking around that quiet. BJ says the Bible does recount a time when Christ delivered a demon-possessed man and threw the demons into the pigs. So I guess it could happen.
It can happen.
Right. And my uncle has told us stories. He has told me things he's like, what? I had a minister tell me one time, he absolutely does not believe in ghosts because he stands on the principles of the Bible, which he's, you know, that's his thing. But in the same breath, he said, but there's strange things going on that I cannot explain. There's just no answer to. You know, there's just no answer to. And he said, I don't believe in ghosts only because he says, I have personally never seen one. Okay. He said, are they there? I don't know. He said, is everybody lying? Is 17% of the population who study these things lying? They're seeing something, you know. He said, is it a mental illness? You know, don't know. He said, but there's so you got people that say things can happen, things that can't happen. I'm gonna give you my final, and it's gonna shock y'all because me being native, my final comment about it. But we're gonna go to another piece of evidence here I got. I'm gonna tell y'all about what exactly is Skinwalker Ranch. Okay, because Skinwalker Ranch is different than Skinwalker. Okay. Skinwalker Ranch is previously known as Sherman Ranch. It's a property of approximately 512 acres located southeast of Ballard, Utah, that is reputed to have the site of paranormal UFO activities. Its name has been taken from the Skinwalker of the Navajo legend concerning vengeful shamans, which we know it's actually witches, not shamans, but yeah. Okay, a little background. UFO reports in the Yucatan Peninsula, publicized in the 1970s, claims about the ranch first appeared in 1996 in Salt Lake City, Utah, Desert News, and later in the alternate weekly Las Vegas Mercury as a series of articles by investigative journalist George Knapp. These early stories detailed the claims of a family that allegedly experienced inexplicable and frightening events that are purchased and occupied on the property. The ranch, located in West Yucatan County, Utah, bordering Yucatan and Ornery Indian Reservation. Okay, Ornery Indian Reservation. There's a long history of why they broke off, the abuse of what happened to the women, what they did to other men and women, the white man out there. There's a lot of negative stuff, okay, that's happened. Hence, what they say, you had to be a skinwalker, you had to kill one of your own people to be a skinwalker.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a piece of that. Now, it was properly dubbed the UFO Ranch due to its obscene 50-year history of odd events said to have taken place there. According to Keller and Knapp, they saw or investigated evidence of close to 100 incidents that include vanishings and mutilated cattle, sightings of unidentified flying objects or orbs, large animals with piercing red eyes that they see were unscratched when struck by a bullet, unscratched when struck by a bullet, and invisible objects emitting destructive magnetic fields. That's a lot of studies. Among those involved were retired U.S. Army Colonel John B. Alexander. You might remember that name, Commander, being an Army guy. He had some credibility at the time. That's why he lent his name to this to do something. Anyway, he criticized the NIDS scientific community effort and as an attempt to get hard data using a standard scientific approach. However, the investigators admitted to difficulty obtaining evidence consistent with scientific publication. Now, we had a couple shows back, we talked about what is evidence, scientific evidence. Everything can't fit into a box.
No,
it just can't. Okay. A big square can't fit inside of a little square, but a little square can fit inside of a big square. That's the only way you can explain it. Okay. It doesn't fit, it can't always fit the same way. Then it goes on and says cattle mutilations have been a part of the folklore of the surrounding area for decades. When Robert Bigelow, founder of the National Institute of Discovery Scientists, purchased the ranch for $200,000 in 1996. That's a plenty of money. Well, actually, 512 acres? Yeah. 512 acres. I guess that wouldn't be a whole lot for 512 acres, but yeah. 1996. This was reportedly the result of his having been convinced by the stories of mutilations that included tales of strange lights and usual impressions made in the grass and soil told by the family of former ranch owners Terry Sherman, which this used to be Sherman Ranch. Okay, it says book and funding. We're not going to go on that because I don't care who funds it, but I know there's they claim, and just roughly that they claim and describe the ranch being acquired Bigelow to study the sightings of UFOs, Bigfoot-like creatures, crop circles, glowing orbs, poltergeist activity reported to be former owners. The book,
like something off the X-Files.
Yeah, a lot of your X-Files claim to happen.
Yeah.
In Utah, anyway. Harry Reid he was a friend of Bigelow. He said that, talking to Ted Stevens, said the UFO explorer quickly agreed that the ranch deserved attention and insert the line Department of Defense budgeting about $22 million to study unidentified aerial phenomenon. $22 million to study this, and not when Doge gets done with it, it won't cost that much. But the criticism behind this thing, skeptic Arthur Robert Schaefer believes that the phenomenon of Skinwalker to be almost certainly illusionary. And I can see why he would say that, because rational humans don't, it's not something they believe in.
Right.
It's just not. So he goes on to say, given that NID science found no proof after several years of monitoring, and that the previous owners of the property who had lived there for 60 years say that no supernatural events of any kind happened there. Schaefer considers that the explanation relevant upon the few assumptions that that Sherman family interviewed the story prior to telling it to be Gullible Bigelow. That's what they called the guy, Gullible Bigelow, which may or may not be more extraordinary claims are originally solely from Terry Sherman, who worked as caretaker after the ranch was sold to Bigelow. There's a lot in there. It said there's nothing's going on, but yet they've reported things going on. So in 1996, skeptic James Randi awarded Bigelow a tongue-in-cheek Picasso Award for funding the purchase of the ranch and for supporting John E. Max and Bub Hopkins investigations. You guys have to look them up. Investigation. We talk for hours about it. We're not going to. The award category designated Bigelow as the funding organization that supported most of the useless study of supernatural paranormal occult in America. In 2023, a couple of years back now, Barry Greenwood criticized the $22 million research program led by James Lacati. He emphasized the lack of any documentary evidence from the ranch after many decades of exploring. Shakespeare categorizes skinwalkers as always in the business of selling belief and hope. Now it goes on through here, and I'll get to some of the sightings in just a second, but this thing, here's the ownership. From 1934 to 1994, a good, 60 years here?
Yeah.
Kenneth and Edith Myers owned the place. For 2 years, 94 to 96, Terry and Gwen Sherman lived there. Now, a lot of these sites are supposed to be taking place there. We'll cover that in a second. 96 to 2016, Robert Bigelow owned it. And then from 2016 to the present day, Brandon Fugel. Okay, he owns it, and he got it through out of Montanian Real Estate, LLC. In 2026, Bigelow sold Skinwalker Ranch to the real estate company for around $500,000. He paid $200,000 for it, got it for $500,000. That's good money. After the purchase, roads leading to the ranch were blocked. The perimeter was guarded by cameras and a barbed wire, and signs were posted that aimed to prevent people from approaching the ranch. The real estate company, a Delaware limited liability company based out of Salt Lake City, Utah, filed for a U.S. trademark application for the service mark Skinwalker Ranch, February 15, 2017, and was approved and registered on April 14, 2020, with the mark applicable to proving creation facilities, providing recreational facilities. Okay. Entertainment services, namely creation, development, production, and the distribution of multimedia content, internet content, motion pictures, and television shows. Yes, there was a movie film there. We're going to get that too. Additional trademarks filing, expanded use of cups, mugs, shirts, so all kinds of merch. All right, we're going to read all. In March 2020, Brandon, who the new owner is, a real estate developer and tech investor, announces ownership of the ranch. The ownership partner with Hutchins Museum Institute in Lee, Utah, designed to be better understanding the environment and the historical significance of the ranch. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here's some of the things that they claimed have happened. You see a decent list here. We're going to try to cover some of this. Year 2009, there's a TV episode called Lost Tapes. A fictional portrayal of the ranch is featured an encounter with the Skinwalker and protagonist. Joe Rogan questions everything. It's his podcast, 2013. It's on TV. Skinwalkers is shown in episode 5. Skinwalker Ranch, 2013, is a film loosely based upon folklore surrounding the ranch. Again, folklore, okay. Hunt for Skinwalker, 2018 film documenting following the history of claimed phenomenon at the ranch, including testimony from locals and friends of the Shermans. It's kind of one-sided right there. You know what I'm saying? Portals to Hell in 2019. It was a TV program. The Strawberry River Inn, featured in an episode, is situated a stone's throw from the ranch and is claimed to experience some paranormal phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch. The Paranormal Life 2019 podcast, featured in episode 42. Excuse me, it's called This Paranormal Life, sorry. Last podcast on the left, 2019, episodes 352, 353, and 354 are a 3-part series of Skinwalker Ranch. Never seen none of these, didn't really care.
Yeah, I never either.
So Project Blue Book. Project Blue Book in 2020, another TV series, or I shouldn't say series, a TV episode, features Skinwalker Ranch in season 2, episode 7, including elements and various claims such as a mysterious wolf and the moving of objects. Ancient Aliens in 2020. I've kind of seen some Ancient Aliens things, watched it. Don't know if I give much credit to them. They're kind of entertaining. Mentioned Skinwalker Ranch is connected to be claimed shape-shifting, which that's what the Cherokee called it, shape-shifting. That's the big term we use. Being on ancient astronaut theories, of course, episode The Mystery of Skinwalker Ranch. Couple more. The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, Cursed Skinwalker Ranch in the UK. Okay. It's a 2020 to the present. Still goes on. It's a TV show. A television series on History Channel featuring a team of scientists and experts that uses science and technology such as lasers, ground-penetrating radar, drone thermography, as a search property attempted to explain claims of UFO sightings, cattle mutilations, and the paranormal events. Season 1 consists of 8 episodes. Season 2 consists of 8 episodes, aired in March 2021. The show was renewed for a 3rd season in June 2022, which consists of 10 episodes. UFO, American TV show, 2021. TV episode 102 features a description of Robert Bigelow's purchase and the NIDS scientific study of the Skinwalker Ranch. And the latest one is called Herd Culling. Excuse me. It's a 2022 music. The lyrics from the song Herd Culling from the Porcupine Tree album, Closure, Constitution, which inspires by Skinwalker Ranch. Okay. Let's get the hell out of this. There's all the pictures right there.
Yeah.
Some of the,
interesting.
Posted, no trespass, keep out, no trespassing. Got the signs there. One of the claims that I had coming out of there was, people heard rattles like a rattlesnake.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
Tis a part of the country.
Yes, you would hear rattlesnakes going on. So I tell you a lot of that because if it seems like around a certain time frame, that 2-year period, these guys on it, could they have been publicity hounds? Oh, absolutely. Probably publicity whores. They probably didn't see it nothing. Okay. Dean says the host of Skinwalker Ranch was also on Rocket City Rednecks. At this point, he's an actor. Okay. All right. So Dean kind of confirmed where I was trying to go with this. I think this is probably 99% entertainment. 1% of somebody seeing something, but don't know what they've seen. Yeah, the Indian tribe out there, they were kind of hostile, but a lot of Indian tribes were hostile tribes. The Pawnee, okay, the Chiricahua, which is a form of Apache. All kinds of them. They didn't want to govern. They had a tribal mentality. Whatever tribe was running things, nobody else wanted to believe in that tribe running it. So yeah, they were all hostiles back in the day. There are also some good tribes that, that tried to do right. My point is this. They named it Skinwalker Ranch, and not one time besides a sighting of a crazy wolf did that refer anything to Skinwalker. I don't know why they got that name. So to me, they got that name for entertainment value.
Right.
Not because there's real, I don't believe there's any skinwalkers out there. Not, what I said a while ago. I'm not treading lightly. I'm not saying there ain't. I'm just saying I don't think there's any there. I mean, seeing a wolf. I mean, come on. I trained out in Utah. I seen wolves all the time out there. We were training freaking out there, and the wolves were coming up. I was in left the Marines, went to the National Guard. So, Commander, what I'm trying to tell you is this. I think it was a bunch of hocus pocus. I really don't think there's a mystery here. I think somebody's just full of crap.
I think somebody is pulling somebody's chain, if you want to know what I think. And I think they're doing it all for sensationalism. And it's just
good word.
It's an attention getter.
Yeah, that's a good word. Sensationalism, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Cool. That was not part of the show. Facebook.
No, that's my daughter trying to call me.
Do not flag its Facebook. That was not part of our show. Background noise. Yeah. I took it kind of personal. I took it kind of personal being a Skinwalker Ranch, being in my culture. They really didn't. If they had told me they had some crazy Navajo out there who claimed to turn into stuff and he was causing problems, okay, that'd have been a good read for me. But I don't see why it's called Skinwalker Ranch. It should have been called something else. So to me,
should have been called something else. They're trying to capitalize off of a Native American heritage thing here. To me, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, and because it is wrong, and because there's a reservation around there. Okay, they wanted to draw all in the people there. Now, if they just said Skinwalker Ranch, come to Skinwalker Ranch, see Uncle Three Toes, and play at the casino. Yeah. Well, I got that. Okay, I understood that. But there's no casino there. There's nothing. So I don't know. You guys tell us what you took a minute. What you guys think about it? I don't believe none of it. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe there's a Skinwalker out there. I don't.
I think
it's kind of personal.
Yeah, I was talking earlier about Chief and the other two guys that were in my unit. I don't think anything paranormal or whatever or skinwalking was going on. I think these guys were just practicing their native culture, and they were just doing what Apaches did back when. Because you got to remember, the Apache was the world's greatest guerrilla warfare fighter that ever walked. That's where the Army Special Forces got their patch from, was from the Apache Indians.
Matter of fact,
all three emblems on it.
Matter of fact, most of your military fighting came from the Indians.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the Indians had less to fight with and won more battles. Okay,
right.
If we'd armed all the Native Americans back in that day, some of us might be speaking tribal language. Okay,
I know that's right. Yeah.
So I mean, I agree with you. There's things I still do. I mean, I light a cleansing fire, but those are things I don't push off on somebody else. That doesn't mean that, I'm not a spiritual person, but there's just ways I go about doing it, and the ways your buddies went about doing it. And what people don't know, the Native Americans have had a long history in military culture anyway, because the Navajo was in World War II. They single-handedly turned the tide. The Japanese, watch the movie Code Talker. Okay.
Yeah. Wind talkers.
Wind talkers. Excuse me.
Wind talkers. Yeah.
But the Code Talkers, who, to this day, the Japanese still hadn't figured out the Navajo language.
No, okay? And they never will.
And part of the movie was, and it's true, they tried to capture, and they did get one or two, I think it was, Navajos, and tortured them, and they didn't talk. And then when they talked to Navajo, and they couldn't figure what the hell they were saying. Okay. And World War II, some say if it wasn't for Navajo code talking, we'd have lost World War II.
Oh, we'd have lost it. Yeah, especially on the islands, fighting. I mean,
so the
and I'll tell you
Japanese,
I'll tell you how important they were. They had bodyguards, Marines assigned to them just to protect them.
Yeah, that was not that was covered in the movie, and that's a true fact.
True fact.
They did. They never had their own personal. They couldn't shit without a Marine standing next to them watching them crap and tell you they could just seeing the color.
Oh yeah, and there were certain things that we had that the Navajos didn't have a name for, like tank. Tank is not in their language, so they had to come, so they called the tanks a turtle.
Turtle, yeah.
Turtle. Yeah, so I thought it was very historically correct, and it was a very interesting and a good movie.
It was, and a lot of people don't know the Japanese at that time were the greatest code decipherers of all nations. I mean, you couldn't get nothing by these people. These guys studied and studied and studied, and they couldn't figure out the Navajo language. So, I don't know. I just took personal. It's kind of insulting to me that they call it Skinwalker Ranch, and there wasn't nothing to me really about Skinwalkers there.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with that.
Right. Let me see. BJ says, I'm skeptical of Skinwalker thing too. Okay.
Yeah.
She also went on to say, I do believe there are demonic presence that we cannot see. I have no problem with that. I believe there's angels in good form too. Angels will sit down and,
yes,
you never see a person again, as things happen. Dean says, I ask mountain monsters how they have all this hunting experience between them and never caught anything on film. I was immediately blocked.
Yeah.
It's probably a democratically funded organization. Yes, they panic. Yeah. And that's kind of not so wrong, Dean.
Excuse me.
How do you get all this? How you get all this experience hunting when you caught nothing? You got experience of getting zero. That's what you got experience on. I mean, it'd be like a guy saying, a tour guy go take me bass fishing and never caught a bass in his life. Don't even know what a bass looks like, but he catch the hell out of catfish.
Yeah.
So, okay, he can fish, but I'm there to be put on bass. Take me back, or be like going deer hunting with the guy that only hunts cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a comedy movie that Rock Hudson was in back in the late 50s, early 60s, where he was a very famous author on how to fish, on fishing, and the tackle to use and everything like that, and how you should set your bait and your hooks and rig everything. And he'd never gone fishing a day in his life. And it was funny. It was a comedy, but I mean, it was hilarious. But yeah, that's the thing. I get it, Dean. You got blocked because you asked that question.
Sensitive. Yeah.
Yes. Woo.
By the way, I'll give 20 inches in mystery box. I said I was going to bring this back, and I am. 20 inches in mystery box. If you can tell me where that quote I just said come from. Sensitive. That's all I'm going to tell you. What movie? Yeah. What movie was that from? And I made mention to the movie one other time. My two boys wore out two of the damn. They wore out a VHS and a DVD of the damn movie. Okay. Put down in the title what do you think the movie is. I got the mystery box list right here, and I'll add your name to it. 20 entries into the mystery box. If you can tell me what movie that came from. So we covered the mysteries. I told you I was going to give you my thing and shock you all. Here's the deal. I don't believe today and this time that shape-shifting currently takes place. Now, I know my ancestors my uncle probably going to call me later on and explain to me some stuff, but here's the deal. I'm a logical, rational person. I do believe in ghosts and demons, or I believe in angels and demons and stuff like that. People can be possessed. But for a person to physically turn into an animal, that's possession. Yeah. That's not. That's not shape-shifting. Shape-shifting be a ball turned into a square, a round turned into a square, something like that. I've never seen it happen. I'm about 10% believe that it happens. People can't get possessed. That's a different topic. But people just doing that because they can. Like, I don't believe in witches. I had a witch put a curse on me one day, she said, and the curse never came true. And so I was teasing her. I said, if you're going to put a curse on me, give me $1 million. Then you'd be right. I'm going to give you $1 million. You can get it. See, I put a curse on you. That'd have been right. But damn, I mean, so I don't believe in the witch, the shaman that turned into a witch. I don't think you have to be a shaman, a crooked shaman, to be a shapeshifter. I believe any person can be possessed to do things. So I know this is probably going to get my culture, but to me, I'm 10%.
I
sure.
find it hard to believe that somebody can change into a wolf or to a hawk or to a crow or some other animal like that. I just that is a little bit too far out there for me. I mean, I know there are cultures back when that believed that could take place and happen,
right.
but I like you, I don't see that being anything that's legit.
Now, understand, my people are the samplers of peyote. Okay, peyote is a hallucinated drug. Some people can't handle it. Some people throw up all over themselves and can die doing it. I had an opportunity. Well, I still, my culture law is supposed to sample peyote, and I ain't never sampled it yet. And I'm not too sure I want to sample peyote. I mean, I make some mean ass moonshine. I'll stick with that.
Yeah.
If I want to, get in the spirit world. But woo. Now, if shapeshifting was real, then people would be thrown out all over today, because you all the time seeing people say, I identify as a cat. I identify. So if that's true, me being Native American, I want to shapeshift into Chuck Norris.
There you go. Yeah. Let's do that.
Chuck Norris, okay. The odds of me being a fat Chuck Norris, 0.
I want to shift into our ninja buddy. Do that ninja chop on somebody.
The Judy chop. You want to be out there slinging Judies.
The Judy chopper.
Slinging. Yeah. Out there slinging Judies. I got something else.
That right there's a headshot now.
Yeah.
That hurt somebody there, that Judy chop right there.
Yeah, right there. Right yonder. Some pot liquor. Yeah, hit that pot liquor right there.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. When he said pot liquor, first time I've never heard that term till I heard him say it. I'm thinking, who licks weed? But it's not. It's a regular pot that you cook with. Yeah. I'm thinking, oh, okay. So that made it more funnier. It's even funnier when you said pot liquor. Okay, bunch of pot liquors. So, that's where I'm at. Don't think less. Hope nobody thinks less of me and my culture. But like I said, I'm only 10% sure that I can even go on. Being possessed is one thing. Taking on a couple human entities, I'd be more apt to believe that you can be possessed and take on the form of Ted Bundy inside your brain.
Yeah.
Than you can your body transform into a wolf. Okay, and why transfer to a wolf? I mean, wolves are good and all, but hell, why not just do an eagle where you can fly around, look at everything, be your own drone? I mean, if I could shift into a hawk, I'd use a deer hunting. I'd fly. There's a deer. Boom, get him. So there's a lot of peyote being smoked, is all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Again, I'm trying to tread lightly, guys. I'm not trying to offend my people, but I just don't think I've been in the spirit realm, through heat, but I was still me. I was still this chubby guy sitting there on the ground sweating to death. And so, yeah, I never turned into a hot rock or anything like that. So that's, you guys deal with that. What do you think? That really ain't a mystery to me. That's a bunch of, what was that? My mom used to say phooey, bunch of phooey, bunch of hooey, bunch of crap. I also think they did that he bought this property for $200,000, didn't like it, so they made up all this crap that is going on so they could sell it and make the money back plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Publicity.
So there you go. That's your memories. That's your mysterious guys for the show today. Check us out, guys, on Comedy Bets. Everything Comedy Bets on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Go on TikTok and go Redneck Pimp 101 on TikTok. I'm putting some content on there all the time. if you go to Comedy Vets, go down there to the list. It's this playlist down there, and you see David Scott. You can see Richard Montano. You can see Pete Barlow. Pete Barlow, he's a member of Comedy Vets. You guys know him, the author of G.I. Low magazine. I'm going to try to get him on here too. And so we're putting stuff on there all the time. We're putting things on there. Somehow just comments just moved. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
My uncle shapeshifted said, "Oh, I can't shapeshift, huh? Let me show you."
Yeah.
The Kookery, update on the Kookery. We've been having a Stone Yeti Forge make for a raffle we're going to do. It's he's got a couple of things going to put in a raffle. It's not a standard Kookery, so I'm itching to see what it looks like, man. To get this thing going, raffle it out. It's going to be homemade. He guarantees the strength of it. I'll have more information on what kind of steel he's using before we raffle this thing. But I'm anxious to see it and get it done. But guys, we thank you all for tuning in.
Yes.
Great deal seeing us. Share this out. Guys, I know we get a lot of people during the week watch us. I know we're on like supper time and various different time zones. Apologize for that. But Commander and I, we work. I do a lot of comedy and in construction. He does a lot of construction and comedy, according to his wife. So, we're kind of busy. When and if I go out to Hollywood, J-Dub said he's going to fill in. So it'll be J-Dub and the Commander filling in, Yeah,
so we
got
you covered.
You're at their mercy, whatever they're going to talk about, whatever they're going to do. That's fine. I might tune in out there and watch. I don't know. Hopefully I'll meet Danny Trejo. I've been wanting to meet that dude for a long time. Great show. Well, thank you, BJ. We appreciate you listening. Dean,
Yay.
You know how we feel about you, brother. I hope your sobriety's still going well.
Yes, we do. We hope it.
I know sometimes people slide back, but that's okay. It's all how you rebound, and I know you're a strong-willed person. So
that's right.
Anything you want to do, Dean, you can do. I want to say a couple of things that you see all over the news, you see all over the newspaper or wherever. People want to argue about certain things going on in schools and your homeowner association. Okay, your HOA. All right. First of all, let's touch on schools. Schools, they're going to do. I mean, you want to change something in school, run for election, get on the school board. Let's get that change. Let's not shoot at each other and set people's stuff afire because you just be on a school board thing. I mean, we all got to say, if you pay taxes on the school board, you pay taxes, you got to say F what they say. You don't care if you got a kid going there or not. If you're paying taxes, school taxes, you have a say. Thank you. End of story. Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you very much.
As far as HOA, if you're dumb enough to pay somebody else to tell you what to do with your own home, you deserve everything that happens to you.
You deserve what you're getting.
I mean, damn.
Don't live in an HOA.
Yeah. What? What do you think? I think HOA is stupid. I think if you're dumb enough to pay somebody to tell you how to live your life, you deserve everything they do to you. Okay,
that's right. So
and one other thing,
suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, suck it up, you moron. Now, somebody come on my comedy channel the other day, and I know you all seen this one debate about do I think 100 men can beat up a gorilla? And I'm going to talk a little bit about this real quick. 100 men, well, gorilla, contrary to people's belief, haven't got much stamina. It's like a cat. They don't have much stamina. They're fierce out of the gate, but you can wear them out. That's why wolves beat them mountain lions all the time. Bears beat them mountain lions all the time because they got no stamina, right? But you ever been to school when a teacher gives you a mathematical problem and you say, I can't answer, I need more information? Well, that's the way I look at this deal. If you're talking about, let's go through this. If you're talking about 100 modern day men, no. Gorilla will pound the hell out of them.
He'll grab your gun and spin you.
Yeah. Today's modern man, ponytail wearing, croc with long sleeve shirt with shorts, cup of latte in your hand. You're getting your ass. Don't even show up for the fight.
You and your peanut allergies and allergic to wheat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just don't even show up. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all,
just stay in your crib.
Why do you want to fight a gorilla? What did a gorilla do to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I was going to do it, if I was going to pick the people, I'd say 20 people could whip a gorilla's ass. But we need more information. Are we allowed to have weapons? Is it going to be inside of a cage or in a forest? Okay. He's got sharp teeth to bite with. Okay. He's got a weapon. You give me a weapon. I think if I pick from Gen X, the Marines, all these people, can I go back in time, bring somebody back from time to put in there too? Does that count? Because listen, first guy going in is Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gorilla, he's gonna get wore the hell down with Chuck. If he beats Chuck, he's gonna get wore down. Yeah. Everybody's gonna burn it. So I'd say 20 millennials, not millennials, 20 Generation X guys of my stature. Because I had a doctor tell me blunt force trauma can't kill me. I'm gonna die of high cholesterol or diabetes before blunt force trauma gets me. So that means I'm certified tough. So if I go in against a gorilla, it's his ass, okay? And I'm gonna bite him, stub his toe. Listen, I'm gonna try to bend him over. I'm gonna give him that prison rape feeling. I ain't playing with him. Goddamn gorilla.
Poke him in his eyes and bite him in his
And I think and people getting up in arms about this, Dylan, and calling each other names. Stuff. Who gives a shit if 100 men can whip a gorilla? What scenario are we going to have to fight a gorilla? A gorilla going to take somebody's car or take somebody's Hummingbird feeder? Look, they can have the fucking Hummingbird feeder. If they steal your bananas, the son bitch can have your bananas.
Yeah.
That ain't worth whipping his ass over or getting
Don't
your
even
ass
worry
whipped.
about it. Chuck Norris shows up, the gorilla beat himself up.
Yeah. So modern day men, no. It takes a couple hundred of these modern day crybabies to do it. Us older men, some of us are old, so it'd take a little more. But I think if I get to pick them, I think 20 good men can handle a gorilla.
I think so.
And if you give us weapons, he done. Yeah. You tell a couple of crazy drunk Marines, hey, that gorilla's got $500 and give you a reach around. Yeah, 20 Marines are charging in there quick. Okay. So anyway, that's my theory on that 100 men versus a gorilla thing. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Because I ain't fighting him fair. Okay. Yeah. I'll be like Doc Holliday. I'm walking in. I got 2 357 revolver pistols, single action. I'm going to walk in there and tell the gorilla, I have 2 guns, 1 for each of you.
That's right. And I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game. I'm shooting some bitch. I ain't gonna play with him. I'm shooting his head in his dingus. Be done with it. Get on out of here, you one gorilla.
That'd be like Indiana Jones when the guy came out swinging the sword around and he just pulled out his pistol and shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the heck?
I'm 53 years old. Do you think I'm going toe to toe with the gorilla? No, I'm gonna shoot the freaking gorilla. Okay. Then I'm gonna go grab the guy that started it and whip his ass.
Yeah.
Okay. We're picking on the poor gorilla anyway for rounding this damn gorilla up. Okay. Listen, if I'm in a zoo and a gorilla throws shit at me and through the window, I'm gonna be like,
yay.
I don't care. Throw your shit. I'm going home. Where you going? You're going back to the exhibit, fat boy. Leave me alone. Yeah. Throw your own shit somewhere else.
You're going to go over there and sit on that rock and pout.
Yeah. You just mad because I can talk. But no, I'm not. Gorillas are fine animals. I got nothing against a gorilla.
Yeah.
I like all creatures that the Great Spirit made. Well, okay, not quite all creatures. I'm not going to sit there and blow smoke up your ass. If I see a deadly snake, it's dead.
It's dead.
Dead.
That's why they call it deadly.
Graveyard dead. Yeah, it's deadly if I see it. You're right. Yeah. A black snake's deadly. I say the wife don't let me kill black snakes.
If it's a snake, it's gone.
That's right. Snake's gone. We're not condoning that type of behavior, though, guys. Don't be rude to animals. No. Commander, give us a closing before we go off the rails, will you?
I'll do it. Hey, listen. As we always say, you're valuable. You've got worth. Listen, we'd rather sit down and visit with you for hours than to spend 30 minutes listening to your eulogy. We say it all the time. We truly mean it. You've got worth, and you're special to somebody. You matter. You've made it through today. You can make it tomorrow. Don't let this world get you down with everything that's going on. The weather has turned off nice. Finally, Mother Nature is not arguing with itself, and we've actually got some warm days and sunshine. Get out. Kick your shoes off. Walk through the grass and feel the grass between your toes. Go sit somewhere and fish or whatever. If you don't want to be alone, find somebody to sit with you. Somebody will talk or listen to you. I swear they will, to get you through the moment. And just hang in there, okay? Because you're needed. You really are.
Yeah, sure. We can't have everybody the same. Very well put, brother. Very well put. The answer to the trivia question was not answered. Okay.
Oh no.
So nobody answered that. So nobody gets 20 entries into the mystery box. The answer was major pain. Major pain. I will be sensitive to his needs as he's pointing a kookery when he's reading a book, turn the page with a kookery. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was called major pain. My two sons wore out 2 of that freaking movie, a VHF and a DVD. The damn DVD wouldn't even play. It said no. We ain't playing no more.
We're tired. Go away. Leave us alone.
No kidding. If the Wayans brothers got paid off the percentage every time my sons watched the hell, they'd have been rich people just off me and my wife have to pay the residuals on that. My God. But all right, guys, we're getting out of here. We're closing down the date here. May's coming up. There's some good things coming up in May. You got Memorial Day, which is a fascinating holiday. I don't have a problem if you say Happy Memorial Day. I know it's not. I know what you're trying to say. I'm not one of them guys that get on. It's not Happy Memorial Day. I know what you're trying to say, and I'll say thank you. That's what I will say. I know you don't mean nothing by it. So, but it's not. You don't say Happy Memorial Day. Say have a good Memorial Day, or hope Memorial Day was good, or something like that. Anyway, I don't care. I'm not gonna get mad about it to you. But we got that coming up. Summer, guys, it's coming, man. It's weather's beautiful.
Right around the corner.
Man, get out and do something, man. My grandpa used to say, get out and blow the stink off you. Get out there and get the stink off you. Do some things, man.
And hey, listen, this Sunday is Mama's Day, okay? So if you're still fortunate enough to have your mamas with you, let her know that you're thinking about her, okay? And do it more than just on Mother's Day, okay?
Right.
So pick up the phone, call your mama. Better yet, get in your car. Get on your motorcycle, get on your horse, get in your buggy, whatever you got, and go to her house and see her. Okay?
Absolutely, man. Mom's Day's coming up. Yeah. Don't cost too much to call your mom, tell her you love her, because one day they're not going to be here.
That's right.
My mom's gone. My grandmother's gone. My mother-in-law's gone. Her grandmother's gone. So, so my kids that are watching, look, knuckleheads. You know what your mom likes. Step your ass up.
That's right. Okay. You hear me, girl? You hear me? Who?
That's right. That's right. I'm saying the same thing, guys. You're not worthless. You have value unless you're a child molester. We don't particularly like you people. Don't really care if you watch the show.
Yeah, then there's no hope for you.
So, if you guys want to donate to the show, go up here to this little icon, doohickey right here. Throw some cash this way, please.
Right at the top right of your screen.
Right top screen. I got to pay for the StreamYard coming up. So anything helps us pay for StreamYard. Keep the show going. Training camps are coming up. Football, a lot of things getting ready to happen, guys. A lot of great things happening. Gas prices are coming down. The eggs are finally coming down. Jesus Christ, you thought them sandwiches lined with gold for a while. Their hens had golden sphincters or something. That's what you're thinking. That being said, guys, listen. Tomorrow's a free. If you're local, tomorrow's a free breakfast, veteran breakfast in Cameron, Missouri, at the Passion of Christ Church. I'm going to be there. Unless I forget, but I'm gonna be there. Commander C might make an appearance there. Go on out and say hello. We'll talk to you, tell you some jokes. Again, please, that 22 a day, 45 a day, whatever it is now, that's got to go, man. That's just got to go.
Yeah, that's too much.
We do. That being said, guys, thank you. May the Great Spirit bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you. May everything you do turn to gold. May everything your wife does or your partner does turns to gold. Pass it on, feed somebody, give somebody a kind word. On behalf of Commander and everyone here at King's Court, I'm Richie King saying thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Commander and I'll be back on Wednesday.
Yes, we will.
Don't miss it. Share it out. Tell your friends about us. More mystery box questions in. Take care of yourself. Y'all have a blessed night.